Good morning, beautiful people. I hope y'all are doing good this morning. I hope life is going well for you. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm MaHogany. If you are returning, what's going on, OGs? I love y'all so much. Thanks for being locked in another video. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I promise you are going to love it here. If you are looking for content that focuses on healing yourself, finding yourself, getting back to yourself, loving yourself, self-care, motherhood, entrepreneurship. If you're interested in any of those things, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you are locked in and you are now a part of the family, okay? We are positive over here. We love each other. We're a community, a safe space. So if you want to join that, listen, don't miss your moment. It's your tryouts. No, I'm kidding. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are on a healing journey, I want you to drop a red heart in the comments so that I know that you are part of this journey as well. And I just pray freedom, blessings, prosperity, wholeness while you heal in whatever area that you're healing in. So guys, today's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to be meeting up later right here on the same couch to do a chit chat conversation, answer some questions, all of that good stuff. But I gotta get ready, so we're getting ready to do that now. All right guys, so I'm doing a quick Starbucks run. Excuse my hair, y'all know I'm getting ready, but doing a quick Starbucks run. I got me a white mocha latte. This is really good, y'all. Here is my cheese Danish, and now we are headed to get ready. What's going on, guys? So here we are. I told y'all earlier today that I will be meeting you guys back right here so that we can do this spicy Q&A, because I told y'all for quite some time that I was going to do a spicy Q&A. I did a question poll in my story some time ago and got a whole bunch of questions. So they are very spicy. Do you hear me? They are very spicy, and so we are going to talk about them. We are going to do them today. I am a little nervous because I haven't did a video, I don't think, like this ever on my channel, like since I've been single. And so it's just like, it's different. It's definitely different for me, but I'm really excited about it. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in. I want this to be like, I'm letting y'all in on my group chat, like we sitting here chatting it up. I want it to feel real personable. So, you know, we just gonna chat and have a little dialogue. But I ain't even gonna hold you. I am super nervous, y'all, because these questions are, they real for real. Also, too, you guys saw that I got my makeup done earlier, and then I went and shot some campaigns for Fashion Nova. So that's done, and now I am back home. So that's update. The boys are off the bus, the oldest two, just in case you guys do hear them in the background. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna jump right in because, like I said, the questions are very just there. So I'm just gonna jump right on in. All right, first question is, when will you start dating if you not already? So I am dating right now. I know for me, I wanted to wait a year after I separated from my ex-husband before I started dating. That was just me, you know. I'm one to say, however you do it works for you. I know people who, after they separated, before their divorce was even finalized, after they separated from their from a past partner, 2 months later they were dating, you know, because who's to say when a person might have checked out of a situation or how things were when they were in that situation. So I'm never one to judge and say it should take this long or you should do this. I know for me, I personally wanted to wait a year. I didn't wait all the way a year before I started dating, but I did wait close to a year, and that was just my thing on what I personally wanted to do. As you guys know, my ex-husband and I separated in January of 2024. And so a year would have been 2025. Do you know the girl your ex cheated with So yes, I do know who my ex-husband cheated with. Actually, it was crazy because they had came to the Christmas party. I don't know if you guys remember in 2020, it had to be 2023. We had threw our very first Christmas party, and this person came to the Christmas party. Like, I gave them a hug. We took photos together. My ex-husband and them and I took photos together. I literally had no idea. Like, I had an inkling, don't get me wrong, because I know that it's just something about us women. Like, you have that little intuition. I felt like something was going on, but I didn't have like any evidence. It was just a feeling, you know? And when they came to the party, of course, I was kind of like watching and everything, but I didn't think that what was going on was really going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like my ex-husband might like this person a little bit, or I wasn't quite sure what was going on, or if anything honestly was going on. I just had a little inkling. But when they came to the Christmas party and everything was just so hunky-dory, like I had no idea that while they're sitting there watching me at the Christmas party that my ex-husband is full-on pursuing them at this point. Like, I had no idea. So talk about when I did find everything out and everything came full circle, it was crazy. I was like, wow, my face was really played in. But, you know, that's neither here or there. Yes, I do know the person. Of course, I don't know them as far as like know them on a friendship level type thing, nothing like that. Are you dating anyone? I answered that one already. Yes, I am. How do you survive with your 6 kids? The thing is, the new dynamic is, of course, me being a single mom. That's the new dynamic that has challenged. But of course, I've had these kids like since they were born. So I just had to adjust to doing it by myself, which was very hard. Let me not make it seem as if it's this easy, simple thing, but I do believe that God knows what you're capable of, and God knew this day before I even got here. He knew I would be a single mom before I even knew. He knew I would be divorced. He knew all of this stuff way before I even knew, and he equipped me with what I need to be successful in it. And I believe the same for you. Whatever you may be going through or whatever your circumstance may be, God equipped you with what you need mentally, spiritually, to be able to make it through and to be able to survive. So I keep that in my mind all the time and know that I am capable. I am a great mom. I am this, I am that, because I truly am, and God has placed what I need inside of me to be successful. Are there tough days? Of course. But that's with anything. I have friends that have 1 kid and they're like, girl, I'm barely making it. So it's just like God gives to those what he gives. He knows what we're capable of. He knows what we can handle. He knows the future. He knows it all. So I rest in that, and I have peace in my motherhood, and wake up and do the very best that I can, be the best mom that I can. I love my kids, take care of them, and I just live my life. And honestly, I feel like now I've definitely settled into a routine, settled into my new way of life, and honestly, I'm blessed, I'm thankful, and I'm just grateful for all that God is doing in my motherhood journey. I am so freaking proud of you, MaHogany. Keep going, girl. I love you too. Thank you. Have you ever thought about being with a woman? No, I have never thought about that, y'all. And this isn't anything against, you know, people who are a part of the LGBT community or different things. I know they've added like different letters and stuff over the years, but this has nothing, you know, nothing against them or anything like that. I just have never thought about that. Just want to say, keep moving with God's will. He has something so special for you. I'm inspired. Thank you. Do you and your ex-husband have any sort of relationship, a co-parent relationship? Our co-parenting relationship is a bit strained. You know, the hope, of course, is in the future years to come that we'll have some sort of co-parenting relationship that is positive. I truly believe just because we are divorced, the way the divorce happened and just all of the components, the way that, you know, they had to navigate life afterwards and just all those things together, it's a lot. It's a lot. With that being said, I always wish them the very best. But as far as what sort of relationship we have, it's a co-parenting relationship. And I mean, you know, it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just a co-parenting relationship. How are you doing? I'm doing good, taking every day, day by day, grateful, blessed, and just enjoying life and all the blessings. What did you use for your belly? You look amazing. Nothing. Just exercise and eating clean. I've been exercising and eating clean for quite some time now. I wouldn't say a full year yet, but I am approaching a year. And so I've just been committed and dedicated to my fitness and weight loss journey. And that's how I've been able to get these results. How does it feel being free? You look amazing. Love the new... How does it feel being free? You look amazing. Love the new journey on you. So it does feel really good. I will say when I got my divorce papers back and the divorce was finalized, that was a whole different type of freeing feeling. It was just like, wow, like you just feel really, really, really free because legally there's nothing between you all except, you know, of course the kids. So that right there felt amazing because it was like my name was fully no longer attached to this person. Of course, my last name, which I chose to keep because, you know, I've had this last name since I was 18, and so I built all of my businesses, and I wanted to have the same last name as my sons. So of course I have the last name, but even when it comes to that last name is just so natural to me. I don't even think of that person when I use my last name, if that makes sense. With that being said, it definitely was really, really freeing when the paperwork was returned back to me and the divorce was finalized. Like, I really felt free, like, oh shoot, like I'm really out here legally single. Like, of course, a lot of people, when they separate and they're going through a divorce, you know, they are quote unquote single, like in their eyes and stuff like that. Everybody has their own views on that. But it's like, I feel like that real freeness hit for real, when the divorce was finalized. And then, of course, as time went on while I was going through the divorce, I definitely felt free too, because I was able to fully be me and embrace me in all the areas of me. And I was just really able to thrive and just be all that God has called me to be. And so that was a very, very freeing feeling as well. So it feels great to be free. And I appreciate your comment about loving me in this new journey. Do you feel at peace? I definitely feel at peace. I love to just be able to walk around my home and like, there's just a freedom, a sense of freedom, a sense of peace. And honestly, my peace though comes from God, because life can be up and down. We all know that through our own situations and stuff. And I will say through God, I have the peace that I have. And I'm just so thankful to God for that. So I'm not going to say the peace came from not being with my ex-husband anymore. Of course, that was a level of peace, a level of freedom. But true peace came from just trusting God day after day and fully just submitting myself to God. Like, that's where the true peace comes from. So I do want to say that. You've been abstinent or nah? Y'all so crazy. Okay, so of course, after my ex-husband and I separated, I definitely was abstinent for the longest time. Now this new part, y'all might y'all be, I'm just kidding. But I do work on being abstinent. Like, it's something that I hold myself to and I work towards the best I can. Am I perfect? No, but I definitely work towards it. Have no questions, but I gotta say you're gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you miss me? And notice it's not from my ex-husband, but if you do end up watching this video, no. All right. Would you give love a chance again? Of course. I'm always talking about that. Like, just because I'm divorced and my marriage did not work out, I still give love a chance, for sure. I still believe in love. I still believe in healthy love. I still believe in getting married. I still believe in all of that stuff. When I look back over my marriage, you know, there's so many red flags, and I share this in my book, I'm Not the Girl I Used to Be. Towards the very end, you know, there was red flags that I missed. So when I take accountability for that, regardless of if a person conceals certain things with me, or regardless of my reasons wanting to, you know, believe the best or believing that a person would change or evolve, those were still red flags. I'm the one that believed and had faith in a person. And so that person, no, didn't evolve into what they said that they would be or what I hoped for them to be and so on. But that doesn't mean that love isn't out there. You know, you just have to be careful when you're dating and just look at the red flags for real. Like, baby, when I see a red flag now, child, shoot. Don't let, baby. I feel like, you know, we have to take accountability when it comes to our own actions. And what I mean by that is, like, we can't be like, oh, I don't believe in love no more. There's no good men out there, things like that, when there were red flags. And don't get me wrong, you know, there are some situations where it's not until you're deep into a thing that you really know that something else is going on, or when you notice a red flag, you know what I'm saying? Because some people are really good at concealing their true personalities and stuff like that. So you may not notice the red flag till a long time into the relationship, or you might not even notice that someone brought it to your attention and then you questioned it or fact checked it, you know, with the person and found out that it was true. Like, whatever the case may be, you still was presented with a red flag, and the decisions that you make after that are your decisions, you know what I'm saying? So we can't be so quick to say, I don't believe in love no more, or this, that, and the third, or that all men are the same. It's like, no, we have to be careful of the men that we are selecting and the decisions that we make and the men that we decide to stay with for whatever reason, whether they say they're going to change or whatever the case may be, because men do say that, women say that as well, and, you know, some actually do. So it's just up to you, but I definitely believe in love. I definitely believe in love, and I definitely will give it a chance. How is it adjusting to single life and limited you know what? Are you missing you know what, or you don't care? I would say, you know, when I was adjusting to being single and things like that, you know what really was not on my mind? I know a lot of people like, girl, how you won't think about that? But y'all gotta understand, I was navigating out of a very traumatic situation. So for a long time, I was really just focused on myself, focused on healing, focused on my children. And those are still my focuses. But what I'm saying is, I didn't even think about you know what, because I'm so headstrong on this. It wasn't until I would say about a year and approaching a year of being separated and going through a divorce that I'm like, okay, you know, I'm interested in dating. But even then, I won't dating for you know what, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I won't even thinking about that companionship mindset, that you know what mindset, or none of that for quite some time. And even now, it really don't bother me because I'm so dang on busy, where it's like, between my book, my kids, my personal life, my weight loss journey, all the things that I have on my plate, I'm not thinking about you know what 24/7, if that makes sense. Your favorite perfume? I would say my favorite perfume would definitely be something from the Chanel line. It's so many good ones. Just go there to a Dillard's or to a Macy's and just smell the different Chanel perfumes. And I really love the smell of Chanel. Y'all know I got a Burberry one the other day. That was a really good scent, but nothing like Chanel I have came across so far. Nothing spicy. Just want you to know we see you. I love y'all. I love y'all. When I tell y'all I love y'all so much, y'all give me so much love. Like, y'all are always sharing that I inspire y'all, but y'all inspire me too. The way y'all show up and love on me, y'all just make it worth it. Of course, I do social media because I love it, and also because I know that God has called me to inspire women in various ways through my social media platforms. And so I do it for a bigger cause. But baby, when I tell y'all, y'all make me feel good, and y'all just like put the fire in me even the more to get on here. I just want y'all to know I love y'all down. And when I be saying stuff like, I want y'all to win, I can't wait for y'all to be successful, and I say all this stuff, I mean it with everything in me. I want y'all to win. Like, I want y'all to win bad. Do you hear me? Like, I want y'all to win. And so I see y'all too. Would you ever get married again? Absolutely. 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 Is there someone you see some sort of interest in, even if you're just attracted to them, yeah, definitely, like, of course. Could you tell your ex-husband was being unfaithful? Like I said, I had like a little feeling, you know, as women, and men may get this too, but like when you just feel like something ain't right. I had that. And I did bring it to their attention, but they dismissed it and made it seem like I was tripping and I was in my head. And that's when I kind of just let things go, and I kind of just had the thoughts, but they were just in my mind, like on low. And then when I had the Christmas party and I saw this person and all of that, like everything was so hunky-dory. So I would have never thought that it was what it was. Like I would have never thought that all that was going on, like in a million years. Like I wouldn't have thought that. But I definitely felt something in the beginning. How is your you-know-what life as a newly single woman? Well, I just talked about this. I mean, it's like, that was not my focus. I know all women are different, but that just wasn't my focus. And even now, like, it's not my focus. And even when I separated from my ex-husband in the very beginning, it's like, or he separated, you know, left the house, however you want to say it. Everybody different, because some people, you know, when they're hurt, they go and they live, you know, a wildish lifestyle, I'll say, if you know what I'm saying. But that wasn't me. I really focused on me and my kids and on healing. Like, that was my focus. That was my focus. It still is my focus. But what I mean, it was my focus is I honed in on it. Y'all saw how I lost all that weight. Like, the last thing I was thinking about is you-know-what. Like, for real, at all. Have you been on a date? Yes, I have been on several dates. Do you want a daughter? I still want a daughter. I actually talked about this in a recent video, and I shared how I do want a daughter, whether I adopt or I conceive one years from now. Who knows what God's plans, but I definitely still want a daughter. What kind of job do you think of getting now that your book is out? I'm still going to continue to be an influencer. Of course, I have my book tour and I have my apparel. So I'm going to continue to create content, continue to influence, continue to do book signings and different things like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Do all that God has called me to do. I'm going into podcasting. And so I'm really excited for what is to come. And I'm going to continue to do the things that I've been doing as well. How do you remain so positive despite hate and different comments you receive? Well, early on, my mama told me that opinions are like, well, I can't say what she would say, and I don't even like this word, but buttholes. Everybody has one. And that's the truth. Everybody has an opinion. And I know that being in the industry that I'm in, people are going to have even more opinions because they're able to watch me. They're able to see different things that I do and make judgment, pass judgment. But I just remember who I am, who God called me to be. And I walk in that. As my pastor said not too long ago, you may not be somebody's cup of tea, but they ain't the only one that drinks tea, and there's someone that wants your flavor. And so I focus on the people who love my content, who are inspired by my content, who are inspired by me, my life, my family, and I focus on that, and I just be me. And when I focus on those who love me, I'm able to thrive. I'm able to move and just continue to be me. When you invite in negativity or you listen to negativity, and of course, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, but it's also good to have people in your circle that bring things to your attention that aren't just yes men. And so I'm thankful for my community that let me know different things and stuff like that. But I'm always open to constructive criticism. But when it comes to hate, and when I mean the difference between constructive criticism and hate is when somebody calls you stupid. Now, how is that constructive? There's nothing you can learn from that. There's nothing you can do with that information. That's hate. That's not constructive criticism. If you actually look up the definition of constructive criticism, it's also known as constructive feedback. It's a method of providing feedback to help someone improve their performance. So that's so important when people say things about you. It's so important that you filter it. Like if someone does bring something to you, it's so important that you filter it through whether or not this is hate or constructive criticism. Even with me, when people comment things on my posts and stuff, if I do happen to see it and it is negative, I filter it through. Is this constructive criticism or is this hate? As it says, it's a method of providing feedback to help someone improve their performance. It's focused on improvement, not personal attacks, and uses specific, actionable, and objective language. The goal is to help the recipient find a better solution. It's focused on improvement, not personal attacks, and uses specific, actionable, and objective language. The goal is to help a recipient find a better solution. So of course, I'm always open to constructive criticism, but never hate or anything like that, because that helps nobody. And the thing is, you know, it's so important that the people who do spread hate and walk around with that kind of negativity, that they focus on their own lives, because I haven't met a perfect person yet. I ain't met a perfect person yet, and I ain't met a person that is 100% all the way together. And what I mean by that, they got checks in every single box to the point where they can go talk about somebody else in a way of saying what they need to improve. There's also a scripture in the Bible: before you call out the speck of somebody else's eye, have you looked at yours? And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying people can't have an opinion, because everybody is entitled to an opinion, but whose opinion you allow to have value in your life, that's a whole nother thing. People gonna talk whether you're doing good, bad, sad, happy. They gonna say something regardless. So that's why I personally do not pay attention to hate or anything like that, because people gonna talk in all seasons. You can be doing bad, you can be doing your best. They're gonna have something to say. So why even give it any type of ear as it is? You know what I'm saying? When there's so many productive things that you can be focused on instead. And those people who do spread that hate, and those people that do say those negative things, it's like, even when it comes to them, it's so many positive things they could be doing. They could be like spreading, they could be doing to better their own life, because I'm sure it's an area in their life that they can be better in. Because of course, nobody's perfect to be able to sit and say what another person should or should not be doing. But people gonna do that forever, because that's the way of life. And then especially when you have a social media presence, it's like, you know, people create a whole identity behind talking about what you have to do. There was a quote I seen, and it's like, some people will build a whole career out of trying to take you down or tarnish your name. Like, that's what they do. Just let them do it. Like, let them have fun at it, and, you know, and continue to be you. Do you find it hard to date with 6 kids, or are you having trouble in the dating pool? I would say for me, it hasn't been hard. You know, of course, I've been approached by several men ever since it was announced that I was going through a divorce. And for me, I wouldn't say it's hard. You know, of course you make time with your schedule, but I feel like whether you got 6 kids or 0 kids, you got to make time in your schedule. You could be a busy student, or you could be a busy person in your career, or I don't know, you could be taking care of a parent. Everybody's lives have different variables and stuff that can make it tricky for them to date, or different things like that. And so my 6 kids, I definitely don't look at them as something that makes it hard for me to date. Everywhere I go, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, I'm always getting approached by somebody. And so, you know, it's just been my preference who I want to talk to. You know, there are things that I look for in a man, and that's actually one of the questions. They're like, what turns you on about a man, or what do you look for in a man? And on the top of my list, of course, there's so many things, so I don't even want to say the top and single out one thing, but one thing that is important to me is intelligence. You know, what I looked for in a man when I was in high school is, of course, different than what I look for in a man now at this age. And so, intelligent, being financially secure. I do have a type, for sure, and I do like to date within my type as well, because I ain't gonna say too much, but when you get them ones that ain't your type, they'll do you just as wrong as your type. So I stick to now what I like, you know what I'm saying? And of course I have those things that I look for in a man, like I said, emotionally stable, intelligent, handsome, tall, dark, handsome, I already said handsome, funny, financially secure, able to carry on a well thought out conversation. I love a man that's intelligent. That is so important to me. Love a man that is intelligent. And friendly, of course, creative, adventurous, spontaneous. All those things are things that I like and I look for in a man. Do you get lonely I wouldn't say I get lonely, you know, even before I started dating, I wouldn't say that I was lonely because you have to look at my history per se. You know, I got engaged and married. I got engaged when I was in high school. I got married right out of high school. So I haven't had much time with me, MaHogany. And so, of course, I'll never get that time back as far as just me because I have kids now. So unless I'm out of town or, you know, my kids are away, that's the only time I really get time for just MaHogany. Like, I walk around here with just me, like no kids, no nothing. So I wouldn't say I have been lonely because I really have been trying to carve out that time just for me and get to know me while my kids are with me. So in my periods of not dating, like I love being like it just being me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not someone that gotta be in a relationship type thing either. Like, baby, I love just spending time with me for real, for real. I love it. I love the peace. And even when my kids are here, like I love just, you know, the quietness and the different things like that not having a partner brings and stuff. So I wouldn't say that I've been lonely, you know. I've been enjoying the different spaces and the different seasons God has had me in. What is next for you? And I'll wrap up with this question. What is next for me? As you guys know, my book, I'm Not the Girl I Used to Be, is out. The link is in the description box to order your copy. And I have a tour coming up. Your girl is going to be super, super busy here, there, everywhere with this tour. But I am so excited. My podcast is coming. I have a lot of fun things planned for me and the kids. I want to continue to work out and strive towards my fitness goals. I have so much in store and ahead of me. I'm so grateful to God. I'm literally living in some amazing years of my life right now, y'all. I'm just so blessed and so thankful, and I just thank God for carrying me through all that He has carried me through. He brought me through so much, y'all. I have to give Him the credit every single chance that I get. And so it's so much that is in store for me. You guys are gonna watch me finish furnishing my house. I'm looking forward to that. It's so many beautiful things in store, and I am really excited about it. I hope y'all enjoyed this spicy Q&A. It definitely was different. I don't know when I'm gonna do something like this again because I don't like putting people like in my business per se. Of course, I could be selective on the questions, and there's so many questions that I didn't even answer. But it's just like, I don't know. I like it the way it be like, because y'all are definitely my family, but I know that there are people who literally be waiting to take anything out of context, and I don't even like to even touch on certain topics or anything because I really am a private person at heart. But since y'all are my family and y'all wanted to know and y'all been holding your girl down, I was like, let me give y'all some answers to the things that y'all want to know. But I love y'all down. I promise y'all I do. And I'm just so blessed for the relationship that we have. And I just am looking forward to continue to grow our relationship and continue to just thrive, me and you. I know God is going to do it in our lives. And so I also, there was a question as well about what church I attend. Change Church in Duluth is a church that I attend, and I love it so, so much. Church I attend, and I love it so, so much. So this is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you were enlightened about some things that have been going on in my life, or what's going on in my life, or just finding out about different things that you may not have known about. I do have Patreon where I share like so many things that you guys don't see here. So definitely subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the description box if you want to know the know, or if you want to know the raw truths and, you know, more about what's going on in my life, because I do share that over there because it is an even more sacred, safe space on my Patreon. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I also shared so many videos from when I was going through my divorce that are very raw and delicate. And so if you're going through a divorce, I definitely recommend that you subscribe to my Patreon because there's so much stuff in there that could help you. There's been tears shared on Patreon, so much stuff. And I believe it's a beautiful tool to help you navigate if you're going through a breakup, or if you're going through a divorce, or if you're just looking for a sisterhood. definitely join me on Patreon. I love you guys so, so much. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.